Blaze Black. God, how sick to death I am with this game. I don't even know what attempt I was on when I finished it, but it was probably in the hundreds. 50 of them being me trying to get a contrary Snivy. A few things before the video properly starts. If you're not a Pokemon fan, you can leave because you'll have no clue what's going on. Or you can stay and try to enjoy the subpar animation. Secondly, I won't be going massively in depth into everything that happened because a lot happened. Let's begin where every Pokemon game starts. Start a Pokemon. For most of my attempt I picked Snivy, due to its great hidden ability, Contrary, which reverses stat changes. This massively boosts some of its moves that would usually lower some of its stats. Another great pick was Tepig, but after a lot of peer pressuring from a certain Tepig hater, I chose Snivy and named it Jackie. Our Route 1 encounter was Starly, which I named Jimmy. We then listened to Ghetsis' speech whilst beating up N in Okimala, and then from Route 2 we caught Compoundized Butterfree, which I named Ethan. We beat up the kids in Dreamyard, steal a woman's Pampor and name it Matthew. Evolving Starly into Staravia, we beat up Sharon and its dumb Tepig, gaining access to the Striation gym, I still don't know how to say that, who we then sweep with Matthew because this gym is free. Simipour is surprisingly good in this game. We then gain access to quite a few encounters, getting some very decent ones. Adam the Aeron, Kiko the Slowbro, Alfie the Railu, and unfortunately Ruben the Dewop. I love Dewop, but it is so bad in this game. We beat 10 and then proceed to face Lenora. Lenora is incredibly difficult, and if you heard me talk about this game at all, you'll know this is a hard battle. We do the classic strategy of leading Jackie to counter the double Intimidate with Contrary. We also lead Matthew, who I had previously evolved. We tickle our Servine with Simipour to boost its attack and defense, then Jackie kills Lenora's Stantler and Furret. We switch both of them out for Adam and Alfie when the Bouffalon comes out. Metal Claw and a False Palm take out the Bouffalon, who is Lenora's biggest threat. We're able to sweep the rest of Lenora's team with a Force Palm from Alfie, earning us our second ever Deathless Lenora. Sounds easy, but that's only because I'd done it probably 25 times. We move through Pinwheel Forest to retrieve an artifact stolen by Team Plasma until our first death occurs. Jimmy the Staravia dies to a wing attack crit from a Ranger's Scyther. Rest in peace. We beat Team Plasma and go to Castelia City, unlocking 2 new encounters. We get Matthew, not Matthew, there is a difference, Mafu, the Rampardos, and Maida the Krokorok. The next gym badge is also very tough, being Berg the Bug Eater. But yet again, we somehow make it look easy, with the only death being Ethan the Butterfree, who essentially carried the whole fight. Rip Ethan, you did well, my friend. Unfortunately, the run takes a turn for the worst, as we get 2 lackluster encounters in Fenton the Skarmory and Owen the Bronzong, and then Dewott dies to Sharon. On top of that, Adam dies to a stupid Maractus, then Maddie the Krokorok dies to a gym trainer. I was off my game that day. But from the heavens, the perfect Elisa encounter appears before me in the form of a soon-to-be Snorlax, holding the best item in the game, Leftovers. We named her Gem, and Elisa died soon after. We get a bad encounter in Altaria, who I named Roy, and then we proceed to the infamous Drifale City. We catch Wailmer, whose name I will not specify, and evolve it into Wailord. Then get a Beartic, which is a great counter to Clay, the next gym leader. Clay's only threat is Swords Dance Earthquake Extra Drill with Sunrush as its ability, but we lead Slowbro to cancel out the Sunstorm with Drizzle. With Leftovers attached, it sweeps half of Clay's team, then we pivot over to Beartic. She takes out 2 of Clay's Pokemon, but unfortunately dies to Steelix, who we then finish with Wailord. So far, this run is going okay, in my opinion. We've had very little deaths, but our encounter quality is below par. Slowbro and Snorlax are essentially carrying us at this point, so I need some more good mons for later game. Yet again, on Route 2, our bad luck continues when we miss out on an 80% chance to spawn Chansey, which is broken, and instead get an Unpheasant, which I both hate and sucks in this game. Also, I accidentally named it Roy, forgetting that I'd named my Altaria that. So, we've got the useless bird twins in Altaria and Unpheasant, who will live their pitiful lives in the back of Box 1. We enter Chargestone Cave with another chance to grab a nest in Mon and Magnemite, but then we get Ben the Clang. I'm beginning to hate this run in all honesty. The next gym leader is Skylar, so I would have really appreciated some electric types. Next is, unexpectedly, one of the most difficult fights in the game, with a very unique fight with N, where you use all different types of Rotom forms. I've lost a very powerful team to this fight before, but that time I didn't have Jen. Snorlax is a monster, and with leftovers equipped, sweeps the majority of Ent's team. Before battling Skylar, we grab our Route 7 encounter Bob the Ninjask and enter Celestial Tower. This was the second ever time entering this trainer gauntlet, and I severely underestimated the trainers in here. We get a bad encounter in the shop pit, and then the worst happens. Kiko the Slowbro, our second most important Pokemon, dies to a crit ring out from a trainer's Octillery. This is awful. Slowbro is a crucial mon to our run, and one of our only good encounters. To top that off, Matthew the Rampardos also dies, which is also really bad as Skylar is a flying type gym leader. With a heavy heart and some pretty mid mons, we enter Skylar's gym. We breeze past the gym leaders and then fight Skylar herself. Our original plan was to try and beat it with Discharge and Klinklang, because this is a triple battle where the middle Pokemon can hit everyone on the battlefield. Turns out Klinklang isn't a special attacker and does literally nothing to Skylar, dying on the second turn. At this point, I think I'm in trouble, but Strength from Jen and Water Spout from unspecified Wailord manages to kill her team with Raw Bulk. The real ones came through and we get our 6th gym badge. Next is a fight that I've been sort of scared of for a while, and that's the Sharon fight guarding access to Twist Mountain and more importantly Surf. My fears come true. We don't just lose Alfie the Lucario and Fenton the Skarmory to this fight, but Jen the Snorlax too. At that point, I seriously considered resetting, but I persevered, with the knowledge that now with Surf, I could rebuild the team. And I'm glad I did. We get a number of great encounters with Olivia the Volcarona, who I'll be calling Ollie, Hector the Bisharp, Tayson the Gyarados, and Jake the Metagross. We get slightly less notable encounters in Corsola, Tentacruel, and Donphan too, but they aren't exactly important. The new team looks like this. Moving on to Icarus City, I'm honestly not that scared of the next gym, as we literally have a Heatwave Volcarona. I should have been more cautious outside the gym though, as we catch a great Pokemon in Toxicroak and immediately lose it to a trainer's Escavalier. You could have made life a lot easier in this run, but I'm just stupid. We get a Seismitoad called Gabe and Gastrodon called Danny. We climb through Dragon Spiral Tower with Francis the Kingdra as our fantastic encounter. We beat up some Plasma Grunts and watch End summon Zekrom at the top of the tower, which honestly looks a lot like a Code Geass scene. We proceed to sweep Bryson with a combination of Jake the Metagross and Ollie the Volcarona. The run is looking really decent now, actually. The story forces us to go back to the desert ruins in search of the Countess Zekrom, Reshiram's Light Orb. Meanwhile, Danny dies to a Bisharp, which some were happy about than others. Anyway, we have some philosophical talks with Ghetsis, Alder, and Sharon, some of the most boring people in the game, and return to Icarus. Next is a Bianca fight, which, much like the previous Sharon fight, I was also scared for. She manages to take out Tentacruel and Altaria, and Jake, Francis, Hector, and Jackie narrowly avoid their deaths. This lets us into Opelucid, where I thought Jackie would get the broken move Draco Meteor, but turns out Pokemon Challenges lied. We grab the Light Orb from Lenora's museum, talk with Iris for a bit, and enter Drayden's gym. His gym trainers end up being far more difficult than him himself, and as they take out a brave soldier Matthew, Simipour. He lived longer than he was supposed to be fair. Francis and Jackie then sweep Drayden's pitiful team. We get 2 great electric-type encounters with Manectric called Harvey and Luxray called Colin. I decided I need to keep Colin for the Elite Four as well as Hector because they are both dark types, a type crucial to the final battles before Enin gets this. I was minding my own business on Route 10 when something awful happens. Sharon appears out of nowhere and challenges me with an underprepared team. I made the decision to go back a safe slot to prepare. Now hear me out, I know I cheated, but I wasn't going to lose this golden run to frickin' Sharon because I didn't know there was a battle. Plus, I'd seen Peachal, one of the most highly regarded Nuzlockers, do the same, not to mention Jaden's Platinum run and Patter's Usum run. I gave myself a life. Please forgive my cheating. At least I had the humility to put it in the video. We still end up losing Manectric, Bronzong and Unpheasant to Sharon, so it wasn't without cost. We advance with our still strong team and get Victory Road encounter, potential to get Haxorus or Gliscor, 2 of my favourite Pokemon. I was very disappointed we encountered a Heatmore. Into the box you go. Using our epic dodging skills, we managed to make our way through Victory Road with little to no harm and enter the gates of the Pokemon League. I spent the next half an hour planning for all the members: Caitlin, Marshall, Chantal, and my favourite Elite Four member ever, Grimsley. This is the final team we entered the league with: Hector, Tatum, Jake, Jackie, Colum, Ollie. We were ready. We start with Chantal, who we swept with Column's Crunch and Leaf Storm with Jackie. Because Leaf Storm raises Jackie's special attack by 2 every time we do it due to Contrary, it makes this battle very easy. Next we do Caitlin, who locks herself into a Trick Room loop where both her Pokemon continuously use Trick Room, resetting the Pokemon speed over and over. This allows us to set up with Ollie and Jackie and proceed to sweep again. Jackie and Ollie take out most of Grimsley's team, but unfortunately Jackie dies to a Honchkrow Brave Bird. Rest in peace, our starter, you carried us through the Elite Four. Finally is Marshall, who I was most scared for out of all the members. The plan was to keep using Protect with Hector and Column for as long as possible and take out most of his team with Metagross. And it worked, but at the price of Luxray and Bishop's lives. In the end, I took the 3 Death Elite Four with my head held high. I won't necessarily spoil the details of the climax, but in short we have to battle N and Getsis. Bear in mind, if someone dies in the battle against M, we can't use them in the following battle. We lead Tatum the Gyarados and Dragon Dance once against his Zoroark. We tank a hit and sweep half his team. Gyarados unfortunately dies to Porygon Z, and we send in Jake the Metagross. Metagross deals with Porygon, but not without taking some damage. He sends in his Aerodactyl, and Jake gets crit by an Earthquake from the Aerodactyl. Rip our 2 fallen soldiers. We finish our Aerodactyl off and realise we have to fight Getsis with only 4 Pokemon. I am honestly shaking from head to toe as Getsis' team kicks in. I have a plan, however. After letting Tatum die again because our team got healed, I send in Ollie the Volcarona. We need 1 Quiver Dance, and we win. But if we crit, we lose. Bear in mind Drapion's moves all have boosted crit ranges, but we survive. We survive and land the Quiver Dance. Ollie proceeds to kill every single last one of Getsis' mons, excluding Zekrom, who we send in Francis to finish it off, and like that, we've beaten Blaze back. 3 months of this game, Jesus Christ. And for anyone who says I cheated against Sharon, I can't convince you. But just know, I'm not playing this freaking Pokemon game again, please. Finally, I'm in it for our fallen soldiers. We salute you.